Hello everyone, this is Troy Kostasic for Explorminate, bringing you the 12th episode of Planar Conquest. Today I'm just going to do a brief little let's play, do a couple combats, and show you a few other neat little things here. I checked my notifications just before starting to record here, and I noticed something, Wrath of the Gods. I think this is like a global spell that may kill living units. I'm not sure. There's no way to find out what that does. In fact, there's no way to find out. Like, I can't even right click on this icon to like bring up a stat sheet on my raiders, but this may affect my living units. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, let's start playing here a little bit. Yeah, we'll just fortify that guy. Now I think, if I remember right, yeah, I'm just buying out these units just real quick so I can get something to protect this city, because I almost lost it last time. Alright, this will be interesting. Here on this Druid henge thing, I can earn a new discipline for my Sorcerer Lord. If you remember in the very first episode, I chose like merchant and alchemist and I don't know, a couple other things. I can earn a new one here if I can defeat whatever monsters are inside. So let's find out what we got in here. Okay, not too bad. These Phantom Warriors are nothing. The Nagas are nothing. Phantom Beast is a little bit scary. Unit attacks ignore armor. Let's see, he's immune to mind affecting and death effects, critical, poison, and gaze. So, and he can hit pretty hard. The biggest one here is the Sea Serpent. Can hit pretty hard, but none of them fly. So, I think I kind of got this. That's part of the reason why I chose the Draconians when I started this Let's Play. Like, I was going to have a much easier time just defeating everything. I think that's just fine for a Let's Play. And that also makes it, maybe more desirable to start with this faction if you're just learning to play. They grow very slowly, so that can be a little frustrating. But the fact that they all fly keeps them safe from a lot of attacks. So you would think that Sea Serpent, as big as it is, could reach my guys. But, well, anyway. Let's do some fireballs and get rid of all those Phantom Warriors. Oh, one of them saved. Okay. They're almost all dead. Let's do the same thing on the Nagas. Any saves? One. Let's hit him again with that. Boy, that uses up a lot of their mana, though. Might be, well, let's see. Are they immune to cold? Acid immunity, poison immunity. Nope. Venomous. Nope, they're not immune. Well, let's just see what my regular bolts will do to them. These are a little bit higher level. It's 75 hit points. That's pretty good. I read recently that in a future patch, these Doom Drakes will be taken down from 3 figures per unit to 2 figures per unit, which makes a lot of sense to me. I think they're a little OP with 3 figures. None of their stats are going to change. It's just a number of figures will switch from 3 to 2, which means they won't get as many attacks each turn. So, like, when I attack with these Doom Drakes, I get 3 rolls, basically. And you know what? I might leave the combat log up this time just so you can see what that looks like. But yeah, I basically get 3 rolls, and it's 3 chances to hit. And, each chance can do, up to max damage. So, with 3 figures, I can do potentially 50% more damage with that unit than they really ought to be able to do. And that makes a big difference in combat and in balance. And since this game is eventually going to be a multiplayer game, they really do need to figure that out. So, alright. Let's end the turn here. And I don't think they'll do anything now because they can't even get to my guys. So, alright, you can watch down here in the lower left, like all the rolls and how much damage comes up from each one. The total needs to be higher than the AC. So I got a 9 plus 9. That was higher than the AC. The number on the right, these 9s, is their attack value. The number on the left is their roll. So this game uses a little bit more randomness than maybe some other 4X games, but I'm okay with that. People are so afraid of RNGs nowadays, and I mean, that's part of the fun, is part of the unknown. They think that every single thing has to be a known quantity, and I just don't think that. I think it's fun to, be uncertain every time you step into combat what's going to happen. But, some people don't like that. They want everything to be certain. Let's see. 13 damage, that's pretty good. Oh, they all missed. That stinks. Alright, well, we'll move these guys up. You can only get a certain number of units up there anyway. That's about all I'm going to be able to do. Do I need to cast any spells? Oh. Could cast like Acid Arrow, I think. Is he immune to acid? Nope. Probably should have done that sooner. Let's pump it up. He still has 156 hit points, so that's pretty good. Save failed. Okay, but some save passed. I don't know. Alright. Well, let's let my elementalists back here get some shots in. And then I'll have my big guys attack. Ooh. Alright, that was a critical. Alright, when you get a critical threat. That means you roll like 19 or 20 or something here. And then you got to check to see if it's a critical hit. And then you got to beat like an 18, looks like, with your second roll. And if you do, you do something like double damage. And in some cases that can be higher. It'll be 2.5 times or 3 times, or each unit and each weapon type has its own little nuances when it comes to that. So that's kind of epic and fun. But some people don't like the swinginess of it. Oh, that used all his movement? No. Okay, good. Oh man, that was easy. My Doom Drakes do both piercing and fire damage, so. Okay, they got 500 some XP, 5 fame. Let's see. The Druid Order thanks you for the rescue and grants you a boon as a reward. You receive the Artificer Discipline. Oh, that's cool. That's a good one to get. Let's see. This discipline allows you to craft magical items 25% cheaper. That's nice. Like, in Master of Magic, the game that's kind of the spiritual forefather of this game, like, the way that I played, and I think the way that most people played, is they would just make a doom stack of he gear them up through making artifacts, and then just go around the map, just curb stomping everybody. Oh, I see that guy was glowing for a moment. I wonder what's going on with him. Did he get hurt? No, I don't know what that was. See, I wondered. Let's see if this tells me anything. No, I don't know what that was. Interesting. Okay, so fortify him. Fortify him. Fortify him. Alright, we got some. Let's see, what do we got here? We got 4 elementalists and a hero. Let's. How am I doing here? I'm doing really well. I think I might just do some elders. Just to be cheap. Oh yeah, I forgot. Fifu. Let's see, what have I got stationed here? Ugh, not much. Let's add a couple more units. And then let's add an armory and a sage's guild. Alright. Orc Wallow. Oh, that's right. Alright, I'm going to do one more raider and then I'll start building up that city. Alright, you. Yeah. Alright, I'm betting I have most of the map cleared. Down, just a little bit left. Fog of War. Let's see what we got here in this thing. Ifrits are pretty tough. And then gray mages are really good. Man, they're good. Missile immunity. Forester. They're just an all-around good unit. Not a lot of hit points. They're a little fragile, but their special abilities are nice. Spell resistance. Man, they're tough. I'm out of movement points, so I can't mess around with that this turn anyway. Alright, so fortify him. Looks like I got an independent faction here. I think that's a gargoyle. Is that what that is? Yep. Might come attack my city here. Just a roaming monster. Orc Wallow. Alright, train buildings. Let's do farmer's market. Shrine, palisade. And we're going to buy out the farmer's market. Oh, well, no wonder I can't produce anything. It's... My capital doesn't need a lot of production. So... Alright, perfect. Alright, pass the turn. Oh, they still have a chance to do something. Let's send them over toward this goody hut. See if I can attack that. Get them over there next turn. And fortify. Fortify. And let's attack. Okay, so... Are these pikemen? What are those? No, druids. A lot of casters in this. 2 marids. Wow. Fire vulnerability. 40% additional damage from fire attacks. Well, that's good for me. Wow. This is a pretty fair fight. This threat says very low. It is not very low. Each of these druids can heal and cast acid bolt. These gray mages can cast like lightning bolt and things. They're pretty tough. The Efreet is a very capable caster, and he can attack flying units. These marids can charm if they want. They also regenerate. This will be a tough fight. Let's do it. I really love the auto deploy in this game. It does a really decent job. And then if I don't like something, like, I can change it if I need to. But for the most part, I mean, you're not going to get much better placement than that, like, doing it yourself. So... that's about all I'd ever change. Everything else is just fine. Okay. I need to focus on killing the marids first, because they can charm my units, and if I have a Doomdrake charmed, I'm dead. Well, I'm not dead, but it's gonna hurt really bad. So we're gonna fireball these guys. We're gonna fireball everything until it's dead for sure. So, right here is probably my best bet. I'll hit gray mages, the marids, and these druids. It's not the most efficient place to put the fireball. Like right here would be better if I just want efficiency. But I gotta kill the marids. I'm not even sure I can. So, we're going to start there. 1 marid saved. Okay. Well, we're just going to do that over and over. It's very mana intensive, but I need to kill a lot of units very quickly. And hitting it, the Efreet with it is no good. He's like immune to fire. Okay. So that did that. What are we sitting at here? 78 hit points, 63 hit points. Alright. Well, that's a good start. Let's see. Cold immunity. So Ice Bolt won't do anything against that guy. So that's not a usable thing. Thunderclap. I probably should have started with those, because that decreases their reflex saving throw. Oops. Okay. Thunderclap. What does that do? Target cannot move. Now, that doesn't really help. Let's do Fireball again. So he's saved. Oops. Alright, 14. How much we got left? 37 on that guy and 30 on that guy. I might be able to get them both. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will. Alright. Let's keep it up. And then I might even be able to blast these little dudes over here. Alright, he's saved. So, what do we got? 22. Alright, it should take maybe one more fireball to kill those two guys. That's why I like using a mix of Elementalists and Doom Drake. Some people just want to build 16 Doom Drakes and have that go. I'm not the biggest fan of doing that. Alright, let's see. What do we got left here? 2 damage. I'm going to try Acid Bolt on him. I don't think he's immune to acid. He's saved, but it should deal enough damage to kill him. Alright, good. So, let's use these last 2 fireballs I can cast this turn over here on these guys, and maybe they won't be able to do anything either. And then I'll just have the Ifrit to deal with, which will be pretty simple. Yeah, that worked nicely. This one gray mage may survive. I can live with that. Oh, it resisted. Yeah, those gray mages are tough. So resistance means there's no effect at all. Save means you reduce the effect. Alright, let's move up my big guys, because they're going to have to go get that Ifrit here in a minute. And I have the sound effects turned really low on this because I just find them distracting and annoying. So if that bothers you, I apologize, but like honestly, I just find sound effects when I'm doing these Let's Plays to be an annoyance. Alright, well, let's see what they do. He could... Nope, he cast Blur. Alright, these guys can't tell... Oh, is he going to teleport now? Nope. He can cast 2 spells per turn. Alright. Oh, the mages cast Blur on him, and then he cast Fireball on my guys and messed them up pretty good. Ooh, nasty. Alright, let's do Ice Bolts. Okay, I'm betting that this guy is Cold Vulnerability. So we're just going to switch from Fireball to Ice Bolt. And yeah, there's some Cold Vulnerability for you right there. Save. Alright. Now, you might be wondering, is that working as intended? Is that really the way it's supposed to work? Yeah, you know, the saves are separate from things like vulnerability and stuff like that. Okay, that time he didn't save. So he took 39 damage. That's a lot of damage for just 6 mana. That's very efficient. So, you know. Oh, you know what I should have done, guys? This is my mistake. I did it again. This is the one you need to lead off with, because it reduces his saving throw. You can only cast it on a unit once, because the effect... Oh, he saved, punk. The effect lingers, but you really should start with that one. got him anyway. I guess it didn't matter, but hit these guys. See if they resist. Yep. We'll try lightning strike on them. $11 damage. I'll hit him with an acid bolt. I'll pump it up all the way. And we'll see if they resist that. He did. There went almost 60 mana down the drain. Alright, and they can't attack this turn. It's only going to take a couple guys to get him, so I'm not going to bother to move everything. Cast Blur on himself for some defense. That's kind of a mistake. I really think that the AI there should have just attacked, done something to try and take out one of my elementalists. Because now he's dead. Alright. Oh, got a new spell. Summon Champion, and you see this? That's a spell circle. So I just earned a new spell circle for the School of Air. And I captured a great library. I can station units there to get extra research. But like you remember when I was making my character at the beginning, like I didn't have any points in air. Well, now I do, thanks to defeating this building right here. So that opens up a lot of new spells for me. Can I get to my research? Okay, yeah. Well, it won't really show up here till I finish researching web, but maybe I'll cast like Wizard's Roulette the next time, and I'll see if we get any air spells or something like that. Well, anyway, that was a good show. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Troy Kostasic for Explorminate. Hope to see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone. Bye.